What we saying, everyone? It's your boy Jordan, aka Joe's Reacts, and welcome back to the latest reaction channel on YouTube. Where bring the rhythm, the vibes, and the positive energy every day with no fail. And hold you the first reaction today is reacted to Rex, County Orange, and Daniel Caesar on a tune called Indecision. If you've not checked out that first reaction, I highly suggest check it out because it's a real and deep tune, and I feel like you'll definitely enjoy that vibe, especially if you've been going through a little bit of sadness, to really remind yourself that you're not alone throughout that sadness. And I hope you enjoy this reaction right now as we react to Protoje and Stephen Marley on a tune called 99 Lashes. Oh no, 1,000 lashes. God damn, you know what I mean? That's a lot of lashes right there. But I feel like it's going to come through with a little bit of a spiritual gospel type of tune, but also coming through with that reggae type of beats. It's going to be an interesting tune right now. Two great artists coming together, two legendary artists coming together to create something fire, something inspirational, and coming through creating a great vibe. So say we get straight into it. Hope we enjoy it. Hope we have a great day and hope a better week. Hope we enjoy it and let's go. Right, this is Protoje and Stephen Marley in 1,000 Lashes. Let's get into this right now. Let's see what it's all about. And I think it's going to be a fire tune with some great wisdom. Let's get into it and let's go. Ooh. Damn, this is like a little bit of a Tokyo beat.
Thousand lashes on their backs. Ooh. Oh, there ain't no cure for that. Generational attacks, drugs and liquor to distract. Ooh. Breaking down communities, stolen opportunities. Protected by immunity, waiting for the mutiny.
Someone can let me know what mutiny means. I'd be greatly appreciated. But I love that flow right there from Protoje. Stolen opportunity, protected by immunity. Drugs and drinks to distract while breaking down communities. Damn, like that is true right there. Because drugs and drinks can break down communities in terms of the way that drugs can ruin the kind of support system. Because depending on how heavy them drugs are, it can really put people into addictions, which then also puts people into a horrible state of mind where they feel like they can only live for that certain substance. But so is the same with drinking. So it can kind of break communities, break families, whilst also it's coming through as a way that it can also break opportunities because you leave yourself in a frame of mind where you can't be motivated to move yourself. And the way that Protoje right now is coming through with that kind of rhyming scheme of community, opportunity, just really coming through that unity kind of vibe, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to keep everyone connected as one, also showing the problems that people face on a day-to-day life. Let's go.
No cure for that.
Facts.
Generational attacks. Drugs and liquor to distract. Breaking down communities. Stolen opportunity. Protected by immunity. Waiting for the mutiny. Children digging in the mines. Wipe them off, then make them shine. Send them here for you and I. Are we down to pay the price?
Children in the mines, shine them down and send them off for you and I. Really coming through talking how there's children in the mines making out, trying to collect metal, trying to collect ores so that we can have our phones, so we can have the technology that we have today, so we can drive the cars that we drive today. And it's all coming from children in the mines. That is something real right there. I feel that's a thing if you know type of thing from Protoje right there. Coming through talking about the children in the mines, cleaning it off, getting ready for you and I to really come through, making the use out of it through the way that phone companies and technology companies are coming through, making the most out of children's labour and the way they can pay them little money for a big profit in terms of the things that they can create with the things that they're mining for. And them mines can get dangerous, you know what I'm saying? They've not got the right food, they've not got the right water, so they're coming through working in conditions that are just horrible. And the way that that's even being allowed is so crazy. But Protoje's talking about it right there, and this is fire right now. The way they're coming through, just touching on different subjects, how drinks and alcohol, or how drugs and alcohol can distract people and can ruin opportunity and ruin community. That is a fire tune already. Let's go.
Waiting for the mutiny. Children digging in the mines. Wipe them off, then make them shine.
And that bit, wipe them off and make them shine, which I feel like is wiping the metals, wiping the ores, making them shine so they can send it off for bigger money. Okay.
Send them here for you and I. Are we down to pay the price?
Oceans of smiles, mountains of promise. Patient and kind, open and honest, innocent eyes gazing upon us.
Damn.
See something marvelous.
Wow, that is beautiful right there, because Protoje is coming through with the perspective of how everything's ruining the kind of community that we've got right now in terms of drugs, in terms of alcohol, in terms of the way that other people have got rubbish opportunities, in terms of the different cultures in the world, you know what I'm saying, and how low income countries can come through doing the worst jobs versus how a high income country doesn't have to do anything like that, you know what I'm saying? So there's a big kind of contrast in terms of how people are working around this world. And it's also coming through with Stephen Marley talking about how the thoughts and feelings of them people that are going through the hard times right now are keeping up, trying to keep positive, trying to keep motivated, and really trying to see the best in life right now, coming through with oceans of smiles, mountains of promises. Like, I feel like that right there is the bigger companies offering promises to the smaller people, but then they're coming through with oceans of smiles because they're waiting for something that I feel like is never going to come. But I feel like that right there just holds on to hope, holds on to joy, and I feel like it really creates a little bit more of a kind of positive outlook in terms of the negative things that they've got to do for the higher power, you know what I'm saying? But this is interesting right now. I'm loving the way that Stephen Marley's coming through singing a little bit inside of this. This is perfect.
Oceans of smiles, mountains of promise, patient and kind, open and honest.
That bit, patient and kind and open and honest. They've got nothing to lose, so they're obviously going to be patient because they've got to wait a long time to get what they want in terms of just the simple things in life, which is food and water. But then they're coming through being kind and open and honest, which is the way they're coming through having nothing to lose, so they've got nothing to lie about because all they want is just to create a nice life where everyone's peaceful and everyone can live freely, which is hard to do when there's so much bad in the world, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And that's where this contrast between Protoje and Stephen Marley comes in right now, the good and the bad. Let's go.
Innocent eyes gazing upon us, see something marvelous. See something marvelous.
Yeah. I should never complain. I've got my blessings and I'm feeling no pain.
Damn.
Me and my fam will live in relative peace. By any metric, yo, me know my life's sweet. Still I can't shake the vibe as I close my door. Thoughts drift away to some distant shore. Eyes of the children, lies as we kill them. How could we blame them for wanting more? Cause we've led them astray.
How can we blame them for wanting more? Because we left them astray. Really coming through saying, yo, I know the blessings that I've got in my life. My life is sweet. My family is sweet. We've got a roof. We've got a house. And I can go to sleep. But when I close that door and the thoughts get to my head, I'm thinking of the children that are getting told lies, that are working for pennies, working for really small bits of money, just then they can get fed the smallest bit of food and drink the smallest bit of water that's probably not even clean, which just shows how deep Protoje really thinks into other people and how he's thankful for his own life and he wants to help as many people as possible, and he's really coming through doing that inside of this tune right now, shining a light on the children inside this world right now that are working in the mines, that are working for the bigger companies inside this world and that are being treated unfairly, and we can't blame them for asking for more, you know what I'm saying? But not many people think about the children that are really working for the things that we've got right now, that we really take for granted, the effort that has really been put in to create phones, to create cars. They're the things that we take for granted and we don't realise the kind of deep kind of effort that has been taken to create what we take for granted right there, and Protoje's talking about it right now. Let's go.
Thoughts drift away to some distant shore. Eyes of the children, lies as we kill them. How could we blame them for wanting more? Cause we've led them astray, brought them to pain, forced them to live with the scars and the stains. All of the young ones adrift on the waves. Wish I could make us a boat
Oceans of smile.
And all the children that drift on the waves. I feel like that there is coming through, just talking about how people have got to try and leave their country to find a better life, and how that could be so dangerous that you might see children on the waves. Because that is real right there. I feel like that definitely does happen in this world right now, how they're moving away from conflict, moving away from a poor opportunity in life to find better opportunities, and sometimes nature takes its course, and nature can be very dangerous sometimes, and certain things can work out where it's going to be very unfortunate. And Protoje right now is really coming through with a deep tune, and this chorus right now from Stephen Marley, oceans of smiles and mountains of promises. This is so perfect right now, because it really comes through talking about things that is not really talked about, especially in the music scene, but just in general. We really need to shine a light a little bit more on the troubles of this world right now, and that is a big trouble that needs to be fixed. Let's go.
Blame them for wanting more, cause we've led them astray, brought them to pain, forced them to live with the scars and the stains. All of the young ones adrift on the waves. Wish I
And force them to live with the scars and the stains. Damn, that is hard as well, because they're coming through with the mud stains that are going to be really hard to get off because they don't have the facilities like we've got, and the scars from how dangerous it is. Damn, Protoje is really coming through deep in this one.
make us a
Oceans of smiles, mountains of promise, patient and kind, open and honest, innocent eyes gazing upon us.
And that the innocent eyes gazing upon us, the people that are so poor, that are so down, really are the most real, you know what I'm saying? Because they've got nothing to lose and they're just so innocent because all they want is more, in terms of more life, more opportunities, and to see more freedom, you know what I'm saying? So their eyes are just open for opportunity, so open and honest, coming through so innocent, especially with the children. But that's not just the children, I feel like that is a lot of people from old to young that really come through with them innocent eyes, just really coming through trying to look for better opportunities for a better life. This is beautiful right now, especially with the tune called 1,000 Lashes. I really understand the song name right now because 1,000 lashes don't go unnoticed, you know what I'm saying? The 1,000 lashes are kind of the things that people in other parts of this world have to go through to go throughout their life and really make ends meet. They've really got to go through pain.
See something marvelous.
Something marvelous. If someone can let me know what museum is in right now, because I'm guessing this is a big museum, because we can see a lot of like tribal paintings and stuff like that, so I'm guessing this is a big kind of like museum that really shows off the culture of different parts of the world. Let me know in the comments.
Smiles, mountains of promise, patient and kind.
That was beautiful right there. The children are ours, you know what I'm saying? We're all God's children, you know what I'm saying? So everyone's kind of connected in some sort of way. So we've really got to look out for one another. It doesn't matter the distance. That is beautiful right there. This tune really gets you thinking right now. Let's go.
Open and honest, innocent eyes gazing upon us. See something marvelous. See something marvelous.
Hey, that right there, that little clip right there of the children, that's them innocent eyes right there, smiling through the hard times, you know what I'm saying? If we were being put in their position, we wouldn't be smiling like they're smiling, you know what I'm saying? Especially if we know the life that we could live in terms of living in a more economic, stable country. But they're coming through still smiling, still being happy, but just still coming through, just looking for opportunity, but also appreciating the life that they've got, even despite how hard it gets. God damn. I like this subtle beat as well. It's a little bit reggae, but it's also coming through a little bit kind of like, I don't know, just a bit of acoustic vibe. Like a lo-fi type of sound. Damn. Protoje and Stephen Marley. 1,000 Lashes. What a fire tune that were. Gets you thinking, but also gets you appreciating what we've got right now. That was perfect. So that shot of Protoje right there. Oof, man, fire tune. Damn, Protoje and Stephen Marley, 1,000 Lashes. Now that was a deep tune right there that really gets you appreciating the life that you might have, that we might have right now, in terms of the lifestyle that we can really go out there, really do whatever we want. We have the freedom to explore, but also get a job and also have the technology to create the opportunities wherever we want, but there's also the other side of the world right now where they're mining for our opportunities that we've got right now in terms of how we've got a phone, how we've got cars. Like, they're really coming through manipulating children and really paying them the littlest of things and giving them a laugh, which I feel like they could really benefit a little bit more from in terms of the profits that they're creating with their effort that they're using to go through the mines, collecting different metals and materials to create the things that we've got in terms of the other side of the world, and they're not getting a chance to see any of the things that we've got, because I doubt they've got a phone, I doubt they've got the technology. They're coming through just really working for that small bit of money so they can feed themselves, feed their family, and I feel like that right there is so hard because you don't realise that that's going on the other side of the world. You really come through taking it for granted, the things that we've got and how hard other people have had to work to create what we've got in terms of the children and in terms of the young people that are really being exploited and manipulated to do things that are kind of against their will because they feel like they have to, because there's not that many more opportunities being supplied to them in the country that they've grown up in, which Protoje really comes through talking about that one inside this tune. It really comes through talking about how it really goes through his head, how he really feels like he needs to save the children because he's appreciating his life right now, he's counting all his own blessings and he's realising how different life could be if he'd only grown up in a different country, which is also something I can relate to because that's why I carry myself in such a great mindset to really appreciate everything in life right now, no matter how deep things may get, because there's other people in the other half of the world that are really going through such deep trauma whilst also working for such little, and they're not getting the life that we've got right now and the freedom that we've got right now because they're coming through having to work for the things that we take for granted, you know what I'm saying, which is something that I really come through thinking about a lot, which is why I really appreciate everything that I've got in life, and that's why Protoje and Stephen Marley right now are coming through on this tune to really show you the kind of mindset that you've got to take on to really make sure you appreciate life to its fullest, you know what I'm saying. And Stephen Marley coming through with a beautiful chorus right there, oceans of smiles, mountains of promises, kind and honest, but also coming through looking innocent because they're only looking for a bigger opportunity. Like, that chorus right there was just so beautiful in terms of his voice and the way that he carried that message out right there. It really resonated and it really stuck. But that was a beautiful tune right there, and I hope you enjoy this reaction to it, and I hope we really take on this message right now to really make sure we count our blessings and appreciate the things that we've got right now, because we don't understand how hard somebody else has had to work to get what we've got right now. Again, I hope you enjoy this reaction, and if you have enjoyed this reaction you want to show support, I'd be greatly appreciated, because most of these videos get claimed, and the ways to do so is the new page that I've created. We've also got a Patreon, greatly appreciate if you check them out. We've also got a vlogging channel, which I'd also be greatly appreciate if you check out. And I hope you stay blessed, stay positive, stay motivated, keep striving to be the best version of yourself. YouTube might think you like this video, greatly appreciate if you subscribe, and peace, love and guidance. Bye.